Hello everyone, Adam in here. Sorry about my voice, it's kind of going away, but whatever. I'm here today to talk about devices and where you get some of them. Now, I'm going to try to keep this as a quick video. If I were to go into every single device, it would take hours and hours and hours, and not all the devices are worth even mentioning. But I'll talk about, the different types, where to get them from, and some of the ones that I think go along with anybody. So, well, here we go. Different devices you can get are healing effects, such as the Second Wind, the Veterans Reward, Heroic Resonance, Rejuvenating Formula. I think that's from Telio's missions, and regular device, the Aseptial Serum. Whatever it is. Anyways, those are healing devices. They're click. A couple of them are heal. Like this is a heal over time. It gives you a hot effect, HOT effect. This just gives straight 4,000, another 4,000, basically the same one. And a lot of the times when you click on them, they'll put other ones in cooldown. So all these now are on cooldown. So, that's the only downfall with some of the devices, is if you use a certain one, it could put some of the other ones on cooldowns. Anyway, the second type of device we're going to talk about are the passive ones that are, when you put them in your tray, they automatically either activate on their own, or you don't have to click them to start them. But usually they have a activation threshold, such as endurance with the Benign Symbiote and the Elder Worm Humidity Dome. If your endurance is above a certain level, they'll turn on. Like if I were to bump it up, and then you see the Elder Worm Humidity Dome kicked on. Another one is, for deep, it adds a little DPS. It'll summon has a percentage chance to activate a summons, but it falls under the passives category. Okay, the third type we're going to talk about are actual damage devices, such as center of gravity, charge device, does damage to target, maintain, and a charge, another charge. So all these do damage. All these are activate and attack. They're basically just an additional attack power. Alright, another type of device are the fun ones, such as these damage boosting devices. Inspire gives plus 3%. This one is a click consumable that gives you plus 16%, plus 25%, and here's another one that's 100% damage strength, but it's you can run out of them. As you see, I have 2 out of 3 charges left. So these are all devices that'll give additional damage. The other, besides damage boosts, they also have boosts for other things, mostly defense, such as the Gadroon Force Tech. Demonic Flesh Grath is essentially a heal, but it also gives you a little resistance. And the Nimbus of Force protects you, and it's also an AoE shield, so it'll actually shield anybody who's around you, I think, up to 5. And finally, this gives experimental Teliosaur injection, will give you 30% resistance to all damage, but it'll also damage anything that's close by, supposedly. But it does give you the damage resistance. And it's a toggle. It turns off after a while, or you can turn it off automatically, or turn it off manually. Energy absorbing crash suit is junk, but it does give you 100% healing, 100% energy. And I've never bought it and never really used it. After I figured out what exactly it did, I thought maybe based on the description that it would give you some resistance. It does nothing. It just gives you 100% energy, and it doesn't really do anything. So unless you're extraordinarily strapped for endurance, I wouldn't even bother getting one of those. Alright, you also have summoning devices, such as calling for backup. You can call for backup. You can summon a sidekick, and like so. So all these summon someone there come and fight for you, possibly heal you, all kinds of different fun stuff. Alrighty, the final category are utility devices, such as transportation devices and vanity devices, such as your toys where you can use them against other people, or ways to get around, such as vehicles or warping to zone type devices. I'm pretty sure there's one for every zone. So if you want to get the warp to the desert, they have an actual device you can buy and use it to warp to the desert. You're using VIP Lounge and Rent Center one. I'm sure I got a couple others somewhere, but I also have, as far as vanity ones, you got the Fun Nullifier, and there's snowballs, party balls, water balloons, just additional little things that don't have really any point in combat or actual fighting / helping others. Where do you get these from? Well, you get them from Drifter, who is right near Defender. You use Drifter salvage that you get from lockboxes in order to purchase certain devices. Another place is the Question Night store. You can get the power devices here, and there's some good ones in here. You get Question Night by completing certain in-game events or missions or series of missions. Best place to get it is probably the comic series missions. Another place you can get some devices is the Zen store. In the items, you can see there'll be most of the vanity devices are in here, and there are some of the transportation and healing devices in here as well. Another place to get them is from the vendors, such as the Until vendor or the gold / silver recognition vendor right in Rent Center. Some devices are able to get through events, such as the Halloween event that just went on. That's probably where most people get their attacking or defending events or devices from. And the last one is open world, such as open world missions, or you just happen to stumble on it'll be like call up. They're basically mostly the summon type devices, so you'll be able to summon up a bunch of dogs or QLAR or whatever it is that you happen to run across at the time, and they'll come, right here, called Gang of War, Dog War, Gang War. So they'll come out and help you, but it's just a summon. And that's it. Okay, some of the best devices that I highly suggest people pick up. The number one is probably going to be the Elder Worm's Humidity Dome. It's almost always on if you're fighting, and gives you a flat 10% resistance to all damage. It's a passive, so you don't have to do anything special to activate it. Just drop it in your tray, and it works. Okay, after the Humidity Dome, the next one you should look at is possibly Demonic Flesh Graft. It's another one you get from Drifter, like the Humidity Dome, and it's just a straight heal. Alright, also from Drifter, the Dracia Gas Pistol. What that does is 33% damage to friends for 1 minute 30 seconds. So basically up to 5 friends, you spray them with the gas pistol, and they have a 33% bonus to damage. It doesn't give it to you, but that's okay because you're spreading the love. Alright, the final one from Drifter that I suggest is the Aseptial Serum from Drifter, with the heal over time and 25% damage resistance. So not only does it heal you, it also reduces the incoming damage, and it's always the best way to go. Alright, from the Question Night store, Primus Spark Shield is a really good one to get. What this does, it protects you from, or it doesn't protect you, but it reflects some of the damage back from you onto whoever's attacking you. So this is a really good one to get if you're going to be a main tank. So even if you're blocking, you're still developing aggro from the spark shield. Alright, from the recognition vendors, probably my favorite device is the Gadroon Force Tech. And this is the one that gives you 25% damage resistance for 15 seconds. The nice thing about it is it recharges fairly fast and it gives you a little bit of energy. So it'll help you keep your energy up, which keeps your humidity dome active, and it also protects you for 25% damage resistance. Alright, another really good one from the recognition vendor is the Shattering Rain device. It gives tick AoE damage. It's a fairly decent size AoE and it does decent damage. This damage will also scale with any stacks you have, so the more stacks you have when you use it, the more damage it'll do. Okay, a really good from the events, like this last Halloween event, Nimbus of Force is a really good one. It gives a shield for you and everybody else around you, and it's a fairly decent sized shield of, for me it's 3,665 health or shield points. So that's a really good one to have. And if you are melee, another one good one from the events is the Tiger Cub, because it does a good bit of damage, but it also gives a debuff effect. So any more alt or physical damage and slashing damage increases, and a lot of the melee guys are slashing damage or just straight up physical damage. So that gives a good pump up in DPS.